Yellow fever, bueno? Yellow fever.
Yellow fever, sí. We're Ronnie and Jeremy, and we're digital nomads traveling to every country in the world. After living and traveling in Southeast Asia for the past 2 years, we finally jetted across the globe to another continent. This month, we have just landed in South America, and we're already enjoying the drastic contrast to the Eastern Hemisphere. And, as always, we hope you'll come along with us for the ride, because you don't have to be a Kentuckian to travel with us, you just gotta have fun. Morning, YouTube fan, and welcome back to the channel. Ronnie and I are back at El Dorado International Airport in Bogota, Colombia, but we're not traveling today. We're back at the airport because we heard that there is a free international vaccine for yellow fever, and since we're going to need it as we go forward and move around the world to different countries, we thought we would start our adventure day here in Bogota at the airport getting our free vaccine. So first thing we need to do is go into the airport hospital here and get in the queue. Let's go.
Yellow fever, bueno? Yellow fever.
Yellow fever, sí.
Para que pueda posar en la foto. Bueno, posa en la foto.
Gracias.
We are finished here at the airport. As you saw, we got into the hospital. The queue was quite lengthy. We did have to wait probably about 30 minutes to an hour. So if you do want to get the free vaccine for yellow fever here in Bogota, come to level 2 of the departures here at Bogotá'S International Airport. It's beside the ticketing area where all the airlines are at selling their tickets. And there's actually a sign above the passageway that says vaccinations. The big screen is where you need to look for, the big Samsung screen on the wall, because right below that is the tax refund area, and then there's also the vaccination area. If you're curious, the vaccination for yellow fever is absolutely free for foreigners and locals. And we are deciding to get this vaccine because the yellow fever vaccine does last an entire lifetime, and there are many countries in South America, especially in the Amazon region, that require you to have yellow fever vaccine when you come into the country. And there are many countries throughout the African continent as well that require the yellow fever vaccine. Also important to note, if you are staying in Colombia for a while and you come here to get the vaccination for yellow fever, they will give you a paper, which is a temporary placeholder, because once you're about to leave Colombia, come back to the airport one day before your international departure, and they will give you the required yellow book. And of course, we'll show you that later when we come back and get that. But that is the official document that you need when you are going abroad. That yellow book signifies that you've gotten the yellow fever vaccine. All right, that wraps it up for Ronnie and I here at Bogotá'S International Airport. We have one more chore to complete today before we start our adventure day here in Bogota and the area surrounding the city.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night.
have come over to Estación de la Sabana here in Bogota because there is a tourist train ticket office here at the station. Crédito.
¿Crédito?
Sí.
¿Cuántas cuotas? ¿Una? ¿Copia del voucher?
Sí. Gracias. And the tourist train only goes on Saturday and Sunday from Bogota. So you got to come here before that time and you need to buy your tickets in advance. It's a very busy, noisy street. And if you come here to buy your tickets at the station, you have to go through the police office. So go down to the police station office. There's a little box, a booth, and you have to speak a little bit of Spanish to let them know you're here to buy tickets for the tourist train. And after some talking, they'll let you pass on through the security box. You go inside the station and you can pay for the tickets with a credit card, or debit card, or cash. Now Ronnie and I are finished getting our tickets. We're gonna wait a while for the train to start, and we're gonna be leaving Bogota today, going out to some tourist sites that are famous for their salt cathedral and their salt mine. And so we're gonna spend some time maybe getting some food, getting some snacks, getting some coffee, and we'll see you on board the train. All right, Ronnie and I have come back to the station now finally. Our tourist train will leave here in about 30 minutes, I think. And I read a little bit online. I think this tourist train will take about 3 hours to get to our destination town, which is Zipaquira, which is about 50 kilometers away from Bogota. So yeah, we'll check back in with you when we're on board. Ronnie and I are walking to our coach. We're in coach B today, trying to find it.
Of course, in the last part.
Yeah, we're all the way at the end, of course. So we gotta get to the front of the train. And yeah, there's a lot of folks from different places, it looks like. Probably gonna have a pretty full train today, I think.
In the coach B, number 21 and number 22, and no one is here. I guess it's our private. That's a private for us, babe. No one here.
We thought we were gonna have the coach all to ourselves, but no, got a full coach, or a halfway full coach, and there are many people on all the coaches, I think. And yeah, we're just waiting for the engine to start up and take off down the tracks here. We got on Coach B where there was no platform, so we kind of had to walk through some tall grass to get here, but we made it. Soon we're going to be off. If you want to see photos and stories from our trip today on the tourist train over to Zipaquira, go ahead over to our Instagram at Kentuckians Abroad and follow us there. Or you can follow us on Facebook or TikTok, or how about follow us on all three. So Ronnie and I have made it to Zipaquira. And for you tourists in the future that are thinking about taking a day trip to Zipaquira from Bogota, it is known for its Salt Cathedral in an underground salt mine. And Ronnie and I have signed up for a tour of the salt mine. So we're gonna find our tour guide and our bus transfer, and hopefully we'll get a bilingual guided tour of the salt mine and the Salt Cathedral. We've made it to the Salt Cathedral entrance.
Yeah.
It's very touristic, and we are trying to find the actual front door. It might be quite dark inside, so we'll see if we can record in there or not.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll show you around the salt mine if we can. But the price is about 108,000 Colombian pesos, which is about $21, I think, $22. So it is a little bit expensive. So I hope it's a good tour.
We want to meet with Jesus.
Recorrido consta de 4 etapas. Primero, vamos a visitar el Via Cruz, que significa la vida dolorosa de Jesús. Vuelve y sube por esa tubería y la llevan para la industria, y haces el ciclo todos los días, entre 300 y 400 diarias.
Jadi kita lagi ada di dalam gereja garam. Jadi di dalam gua isinya garam. Belakang aku ini ada gambar salib. Di sini tempat pertama kali Jesus ketemu sama Bunda Maria. Jadi ada gereja di dalam gua dan dilapisi dengan garam.
Okay, Ronnie and I are inside the Salt Cathedral, and it is bright enough to show you around, obviously. There are lots of different carvings in the salt stone, different crosses and religious kinds of symbols for Christianity. And yeah, so far we've just seen a bunch of different crosses carved into the salt stone, which are impressive. They're very detailed, and there's also a guided audio tour that you can get in different languages, so you can learn about the Salt Temple. If you have some different day trips that you would recommend from Bogota besides Zipaquira, go ahead and drop those down in the comments of the video. We would love to know your recommendations and what you think's worthwhile for tourists to do when they come to Bogota.
It's good.
Okay, Ronnie and I are exiting the Salt Cathedral here in Zipaquira, trying to find the exit. I don't know if that's it or not. Ronnie thinks it is, but these look like pretty steep stairs. We'll tell you soon if we make it out alive. We finished our churros. Now we gotta walk back down to the train station so we don't miss our ride out of here.
Please remember, like in Turkey, in Bogota Street. We stopped in Casa Nova restaurant and I ordered ahiaku, which is chicken soup with a potato and then corn, some avocado and rice. Let's try.
Ronnie and I finished at Restaurante Casa Nova. Total cost for our light lunch was $12 US or about 56,000 Colombian pesos. Now we are trying to find our way back to Coach B so we can get on our tourist train back to Bogota. Made it safely back on our coach, and we're early, so we got our seats here and just taking a break, and soon we'll be back on the tracks and on our way back to Bogota. It should be about 3 hours almost, and then we'll be back in the city, and we'll try to wrap up our day with some more activities if we don't crash first. And we're back at the hospital at the airport. So after a day of adventure out in Zipaquira, we have come back to the international airport here at El Dorado International Airport in Bogota because we have to come back to pick up our yellow fever vaccine books, which are essential for where we're going on our next trip. So we're gonna get coffees here at Starbucks and wait for our time in the queue, which should be about, I don't know, 2 hours maybe, and then we'll go back to the hospital.
Now it's the Starbucks time. We're still waiting for the yellow card. And our number is the same, the first number that we got vaccine. It's lucky number. As many people After an hour we waited, finally we got the yellow card, so we're ready to leave Colombia.
Okay, Ronnie and I have finished up all of our chores here at El Dorado International Airport. We have become quite familiar with this airport in the last couple of months. We have transited through here a couple of times. We have visited Bogota, obviously. We've come back to the airport a couple times for the yellow fever vaccine. If you are traveling in South America, the chances are you're going to transit in Bogota many times because this is the hub for Avianca's airline company. Also, Copa Airlines and Latam Airlines flies through here quite a bit, so Bogota is a major hub city in South America, so expect to be in this airport quite a bit. We do have our yellow fever vaccination. That is all done and completed, and it will be necessary for our next trip as we leave Colombia and go to our next country. And just so you know, the yellow fever vaccine is needed and required in many countries throughout the world. We also want to give a shout out to one of our regular commenters here on the channel, Kangwui Chu 6138. Thanks so much for always commenting and watching all of our videos and asking questions and letting us know that you are a loyal member of the channel and a loyal viewer of the channel. We really appreciate it. We are always thinking about viewers like you when we're making video content, thinking about all the things that you might want to see and might want to know when you're taking your trip abroad somewhere in the world. So thanks so much for commenting. And if you would like to be a channel member, go on over to Kentuckians Abroad on our YouTube channel. Check out all those membership perks that we have there. We would love to have you as a supporter on the regular from week to week. That really goes a long way to helping us stay on the road and in the air. And if you enjoy this adventure day, going to the Bogota International Airport and getting the free yellow fever vaccine, and then going on to Zipaquira and seeing the Salt Cathedral mine there in the town square, go ahead and give us a thumbs up on the vlog and share it with all your friends on all the social media channels. And if you enjoy travel content and moving around the globe, going wherever we go, please subscribe to our channel and check that notification bell so you know when our new videos are uploaded every week. But remember, you don't have to be a Kentuckian to travel with us. You just gotta have fun. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep on keeping on. Cheers.